Hello and good evening. Today's topic is rather sensitive, and the reason being it is about bullying in schools or anywhere else where bullying tends to take place. What is interesting is that the government has, in their own words, have tried to deal with bullying in schools. Notably, we note that we went through a period of happy slapping where children as young as 8 or 9 to about 15 would go around and set up situations where they would target a child, beat up the child, and then capture it on their phones and then upload it onto YouTube with the hope that they will attract many happy subscribers and likes to their videos. So if you like, the beast of mankind, the savage nature of humanity, from the Roman gladiators who enjoyed turning the flesh of Christians into lambs and feeding them to lions. In 2017, or at the time 2013 and 14, there is no change. Our nature is just as savage. Our nature is just as dark and wicked. We just sugarcoat it with political correctness, but we're still the same. You remove the veneer of white coat of civilization, and human beings are capable of the worst depravity known to man. Now, the government claimed that they are trying to educate children about bullying, but what's interesting, it hasn't worked. To my knowledge, they haven't even tried at all. However, there is one area where the government has invested not only will and might and political clout, but also heart desire, finance, and that is so-called 5-year-olds and 7-year-olds with gender dysphoria or LGBT children, that the government don't mind funding and pushing. And as a result, these are not my words. These are not my words. I'm only quoting what I read yesterday from one of the news site. These are not my words. The bullying for LGBT children has gone down. I'm sure it said almost nil. In other words, gay children, are less likely to be bullied for being gay, unless they're advertising, "Wee, I'm gay, look at me, I want attention, look at me, give me attention." No one's going to know that they're gay. However, still, with the government love and the government political power and lobbying, there's no more bullying for LGBT children. However, when it comes to white heterosexual children and mixed race children, bullying is rampant. 65,000 children a year commit suicide. 65,000. That's children from the ages of 11 to 15 years old. That's more than casualty in the army. That's more than Britain and America casualty in the Iraq War. 65,000 children, heterosexual children between the ages of 11 years old and 15 commit suicide, while heterosexual parents try to be liberal, crazy, while heterosexual parents are putting rainbow flags on their Facebook profile. They're totally oblivious, and they simply don't care that their own kids can at any moment top themselves. We're so brainwashed by the LGBT agenda. We're so brainwashed that we don't care about the numbers of mixed race children who are bullied in schools. We don't care the numbers of white boys who commit suicide and white girls between the ages of 11 and 15 years old. Nobody cares about heterosexual children, or 65,000. That's genocide. That is more than people who lose their lives in the army. And the government are not doing anything about it. Why? Because the liberal agenda, the postmodernist agenda, is to deconstruct society. So what is regarded to be abnormal will now be seen as normal. So the attack on heterosexual culture is now being done in such a way that heterosexual needs are put on a back burner. We don't realize that at the end of the day, we are letting our children down. 65,000 children killing themselves every year. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's alarming. And the government don't care. Unless your child is gay, unless your child is lesbian, unless your child is a gender dysphoria, the government don't care. And we have been brainwashed to champion the LGBT cause while neglecting our own. I did a video recently, a couple of days ago, about the number of mixed race girls in particular, always girls, who get bullied at school so bad, even from teachers. This which is unethical and unprofessional. But teachers, female teachers, feel confident that they can bully mixed race girls. They feel confident that they can do it and get away with it without punishment, without being reprimanded. They would never dream of bullying an LGBT child, because people, we are culturally engineered to be scared of the LGBT. We are culturally engineered to be frightened, to not question their gender, anything about them. We can question white racism, we can question black racism, we can question white crime, we can question black crime, but no one dares question racism in the LGBT community or LGBT bullying. We are terrified because we've been brainwashed. To try to raise awareness to the number of children who are killing themselves, it's like hitting your head against a brick wall. If you look at the number of parents out there who are putting their sons into skirts, putting makeup on their sons, this is the state of European civilization. This is the state that the world has come to. 65,000 children kill themselves every year. Is a devastating number, and is something that needs addressing. If 10,000 LGBT kill themselves every year, there'd be riots, there'd be protests, there'd be money and funding. What does that tell you about your government? What does that tell you? Do you really think your heterosexual white life has any value? Do you? Do you really think you being mixed race, you have any value? Or being a white male heterosexual or white female heterosexual? Then why 65,000 children killing themselves? And yet the number of LGBT gay children bullying has gone down. Why are the government or the New World Order pushing for the LGBT kids while neglecting our own. Thank you.
You can't handle the truth!